Hello, my name is Royce Yates. The subject of my interview is Professor Jonathan Kinnigson. He is a math professor at Volunteer State Community College, and the interview was conducted on 10/23/25. Now, as for the answers to the questions for what strategies have you used to constructively deal with nervousness, and what suggested steps or tips you have for dealing with performance anxiety, his answer is kind of similar, his approach to these obstacles. What he told me is that he had to learn the hard way when he first started public speaking, or speaking to an audience rather, is that some audiences are really mean. He had done some lectures in, I believe, Saudi Arabia, and he couldn't speak the language very well, but he was still doing lectures, and they were very rude about his lectures, especially because he had trouble speaking the language. So his advice on that is that sometimes people are going to be rude and they're not going to want to listen to you, or they will be just mean towards you, and they won't pay attention during your presentation, which is another point he mentioned in terms of advice to speakers, is to try to pay attention to how your speakers are reacting to what your speech is about. So, for example, most people, if they don't understand what you're saying, then after 5 minutes, they've completely lost interest and they're not paying attention anymore, is something he told me. So, even if he goes in with a plan for how his speech or presentation or lecture is going to go, if he sees that people aren't paying attention and they're not following along, he'll completely change the direction of his speech. And I would have to say that's probably the most useful advice he gave me, is that you need to pay attention to your audience and how they're being affected by your speech. Thank you.